Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing Orza Assembles the Titans. It's going to be a Planeswalker list, Esper colors, and within standard best of one, of course. It's going to have an average converted mana cost of 3.2. It's going to have 4 creatures, 31 non-creatures, and 25 lands. Now, the idea here is to make a deck that revolves around this card, although I do think this card is not that good because it's slow, but if you can get this card down and get the full effect out of it, get like the ultimate value off of it, I think it's just too much value within it. It's just too slow. So we wanted to see if this card was playable in standard or not, if it can match the aggressiveness of standard or not. So far, not more than 2 copies. You can't really get away with that. I think if you play 3 or 4 copies, it'll just be a dead draw a lot of times. But yeah, we managed to throw around a list that also has KARN Living Legacy, which absolutely is a horrible Planeswalker. I think the worst Planeswalker in a very long time so far, to be honest. But we managed to put it together here, and that's what we came up with. So we have Cut Down, pretty straightforward. Sometimes we need early removal, especially against mono black. Fateful Absence, I'd rather take Fateful Absence over Grasp because a lot of people are playing Shieldred, right? And then if you're grasping, they're meat hooking, they have Shieldred, that's just a ton of drain for you. And since we have a lot of draw cards within the list like Kato and Reckoner Bankbuster here, we don't really want to lose a lot of life to Shieldred and lose life to Infernal Grasp and lose life to the Pain Lands. It's just a nightmare. So I'd rather go with something like a Fateful Absence that can also deal with Planeswalkers. So that's pretty good in my opinion. Impulse, the best card in the deck. I think the best card in standard at the moment. Make Disappear, 2 of, because we have a lot of things to sacrifice here. 2 Reckoner Bankbuster for card advantage, plus you can pair well with Graveyard Trespasser, Wandering Emperor, and then an Elspeth that puts a +1 counter on like a vampire or something like that. So Bankbuster has been clutch. Obviously Graveyard Trespasser here mainly for the underdog. The underdog's just super annoying, and every blacklist is running like 4 underdogs at the moment, so you need to find a way to get rid of these underdogs, and Graveyard Trespasser just puts a halt to these underdogs, these aggressive matchups, everything, right? The Trespasser is just such an amazing card. Liliana of the Veil, obviously, Lily, I mean, if you stack this Planeswalker like back to back to back to back, it can be pretty devastating. But 2 copies, I'm not gonna run more than 2. It's just not really worth it, right? Decent enough. That's all I'm gonna say, right? And plays well with the fact that we have a lot of card draws, so we can outvalue our opponent in a way, which I like. Kato's pretty straightforward, very good Planeswalker, and Wandering Emperor, the best Planeswalker at the moment. Drag to the bottom here is our board wipe of choice. Very good in my opinion. I do like it, especially with Ram Portal and Raffine's Tower here. You can get this up to like -4 or -5 reliably if you pick another color with Ram Portal. We're playing Sorin here. Sorin is obviously a very decent Planeswalker, and then we get to our less impactful Planeswalkers like Teferi here and KARN Living Legacy. Honestly, I would take 2 Teferis over 2 KARNs, but I just wanted to include 2 KARNs just to showcase it. But I found out that every time I drew this Planeswalker, I never want to play it because you really get nothing out of it. You don't get a single thing out of it. You make a Power Stone that you can't even use unless it was for artifacts, or you get to basically play it, and then if you spent all your mana playing it, you can't even minus it to look for cards with the top. It's just terrible. It's a trash kind of card. Like seriously, you can sugarcoat it, you can have some value towards the lore, and you can like KARN as a character, sure, but the card itself is absolutely horrendous. I think the worst card of the new set, to be honest. Elspeth Resplendent here, to get our 3 drops, 2 drops. We do have Bankbuster and a bunch of 3 drops here, and also it plays well with the tokens that we're going to be making. And then we get to Orza Assembles the Titans. It's a read ahead kind of saga, so you can pick whichever chapter to start with. Usually it all depends, but usually I do like the fact that the chapter 3 on it is pretty insane. The fact that you can use your Planeswalker's abilities twice is just crazy, and I managed to do that, right? I managed to do that with Teferi, with Sorin, and with Kato. Just imagine drawing 2 cards with Kato instead of 1. Imagine plussing the Teferi and minusing it. You're untapping, you're making all sorts of play, you're double playing or double spelling per turn, and you're trying to find a card at the same time. Very crazy effect here within the third chapter, but usually if you want to get the full value out of this, you do want to start from the first chapter. Then you scry 4, you find the Planeswalker, you put it on the top, then you reveal it, you keep it in hand, and then you can kind of double spell with chapter 2, because you can play a Planeswalker through chapter 2's effect, and play another Planeswalker in the same turn, or play something like removal or protection or whatever it is, right? So very, very good effect. It's just that the fact that the card is really slow. That's all. The card is super slow, painfully slow. It's 5 mana. Devastating, right? A lot of times this is going to be a dead card, so I'm not gonna run more than 2, not yet, at least not unless I figure out another approach to this card, and if I do, maybe I'll run more, but for now this is the list that I'm dealing with at the moment. So 2 farewells here, and within the mana base, the farewell is like an amazing card nonetheless. You know, you're playing a lot against Anvil, a lot against Sacrifice, these underdogs, all these things. You want to remove the Meat Hook, the Shieldred, the underdog, the Trespasser, everything with 1 card, and you do that with farewell, so that's pretty good. Within the mana base, a lot of shocked lands, which is why I'm not running Grasp here, because it speeds up the process of you dying, and you don't want to do that, especially when you're playing against something that drains like mono black, you know, or tends to drain, and they also do have Invoke Despair, so that's another issue. 3 basics here: 1 Igonjo, 1 Ottawara, 1 Takenuma, and then 3 of the Wastes, 3 of the Caves of Koilos, because that's all we have, 2 Deserted Beach, 2 Shattered Sanctum, 2 Shipwreck Marsh, 4 Raffine's Tower, and then 3 Thram Portal, which I do admire a little bit. So yeah, with that being said, I want to give a special thank you again to Jay Patel. Thank you for, you know, always letting me use your account. It's been difficult, right? So without your account, I wouldn't be able to make these decks, let's say. So yeah, thank you so much. Your collection is amazing, and yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links in the description. Help support the channel in any way. Any form of support is greatly appreciated. And with that being said, thank you guys, enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys later with another one. Okay, bye. All right, capable hand. Let's see what we can do with this one. We have Impulse, we have Removal, and a Trespasser, so that's pretty good. You have a Maya Coast. We're gonna kill that. Unless they want to bounce it or something. But we're still going to try to kill it. Yep, that's fine. Alright, so they want a ninjutsu here. That's why they're saving it, I'm guessing. Alright, let's not give them the opportunity to save it more. I'm gonna play a Trespasser next turn. Yeah, Trespasser seems like it's going to get countered, but we can just try. Okay. Let's exile that. They might be flashing something here, like flashing a creature, or maybe just taking the draw. They're flashing an adversary, sure. That's fine. I mean, they're down to 15. They can't really afford to attack unless they have a ton of... Oh wow, they are attacking, okay. So they really want to race. Seems fine by me. Yeah, so they're gonna ninjutsu here. Draw a card. Okay. That's fine. We're gonna be drawing cards as well, so You can just try, opponent. Oof, that is depressing for you, opponent, huh? They can Fading Hope. That's a thing. But they're gonna have to discard. Alright, so since we're not gonna be attacking here, do we just go for the Kato? No, they discarded Spell Pierce. Yikes. Okay. Let's exile the Fading Hopes just in case it's a Leer deck, just in case. Although I'm pretty sure it's not, it's Simic, so they do need the Fading Hopes here, but let's keep this so we can actually block, so they won't be able to ninjutsu unless they deal with it in a way. And the upside is that whenever we attack more, we can just Kato. Bro, 3 Fading Hopes? That's a joke. That is a joke. But at least we're killing their hand. I mean, if they're playing the Fading Hope just to bounce like this, then we're just killing their hand. Eventually they're gonna run out of Fading Hopes. Okay, another hacker. Yep, that's fine. They drew a land, a much needed land. But what we need here is to keep playing this Trespasser here. Okay, keep presenting a blocker for their ninjutsu mechanic. Playing KARN has absolutely no value for us whatsoever, so. But having blockers and them running out of Fading Hopes has to be good here. They might have that stun counter thing, but they still have to discard here. So they can't really target it anymore. And ninjutsu, because they're going to have to discard. Yeah. So they take the draw and now they target it. Now they have something to discard for it besides the hacker. Okay. Wow. Bro, what are you doing? That's funny. Yeah, they draw and discard, which is pretty good. For us. Liliana of the Veil. I mean, we can just play the Liliana here, yeah.
I'll have this fight finished before blood. One of your friends has to leave.
So they tried and tried and tried, but it's not good, like whatsoever. It really isn't good. We are gonna force them to discard, which is pretty good. Yeah, they played that as land. That's fine. I mean, we need Kato here so we can draw our 5th land. Man, we haven't drawn a land in so long. They kill the Liliana anyway, so might as well not discard. They don't kill the Liliana. I mean, what are you hoping for, opponent? Oh, finally. Alright, I'm gonna discard this stupid card here.
I'm tired of your secrets.
It's like your defenses aren't even there.
Okay.
New Cabana is starting to feel I've made plenty of connections.
Thanks. Alright, that's pretty good so far. Okay, they can kill a planeswalker of their choice here. They went after Liliana, that's fine.
A delay,
Good game.
nothing more.
Yep, we can draw twice off of Kato and we can put 2+1 counters. Nice. Alright, that's a mulligan. Okay. That's pretty decent. We're gonna take the Saga because it's the slowest card in hand. We have 2 towers. We do have an impulse. But we're not gonna be able to play anything until turn 3 because I do want to put these tapped. And at least give some value to our drag to the bottom here. Opponent mulligan down to 5. Okay. I mean, having Liliana in hand while our opponent has mulliganed, this is pretty good. Yeah, they're running discard. Okay.
When I win, you're telling me what you know about the Raven Man.
Ah, I've always hated crowds.
Alright, you had to kill the creature because this is an ob turn. Their upcoming turn, so this is going to be pretty difficult. Okay, we can drag to the bottom here. They're trying to drain us already. Nice.
Drop it.
Let's get rid of this trespasser here. It's super annoying. Let's get in top deck mode here. You still have an impulse, which is pretty good, but if they have a discard spell, that's pretty bad for us. We'll just be in top deck mode, and it is what it is, right? We both mulliganed, me and our opponent here, and we both ran some sort of discard mechanic, right? Another Liliana of the Veil, so we lose our impulse
Those who
here,
get in my way tend to regret it.
or not. 2 impulses, okay. Alright, so yeah, let's get the bank buster here.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Okay, at least we stopped them from upticking their Liliana, right? And we do have a draw or a value card, so we can easily discard, I'm guessing, with the Liliana, even though losing an impulse really hurts here. Yeah. Okay. Well, we can kill that. That's a good draw.
Off you go.
That's pretty good. We're hitting our land drops. Shieldred.
Drop it.
Okay. Hmm. That's interesting. Alright, so they are gonna kill our Liliana here.
Sorry, I'm not interested in dying today.
Raven Man.
Drop it.
Sure. Hmm.
Get in, get out. Easy mission.
Okay.
Bet you can't catch us.
So the thing is, they can, oh, they decided not to. Very, very interesting. So I think we do let the ferry go here. Do we? Nope. The Teferi can gain us life. We can plus the Teferi, then minus the Teferi again. The nice part is that we have nothing to discard for our opponent there, so that's pretty good. Okay. Really? Nice.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Trespasser. Painful. Pain. Pain, pain, pain. Alright, so... We can... What can we do? Alright, we can play Liliana, force them to sacrifice Raven Man. We can crew attack their Liliana, but that's not really good, is it? Submit 0. We can tap this. Right. Well, one thing is gonna get discarded here, which is very unfortunate. Unless we top deck a land. We can crew, attack, draw with the Kato, yeah. We can draw 2 cards with the Kato, which is good.
Watch it.
Please draw me a land. Nice.
There's no secret I can't uncover. Now this is a
We're losing life drastically here, but...
For the sake of all Innistrad, my will, you fight for me now. Tragedy befalls us all.
And that's insane.
You deal this annoyance.
That's insane. We're activating the abilities twice? That's crazy. Okay. Let's see what happens.
The others can deal. Fine, you. I know when I'm not wanted. Ah, I've always hated crew.
Trespasser can go, for sure. They can activate the Raven Man. They can kill one of these, and that's what they opted to do. Huh. Sure. They go after Kato. Or Teferi. Teferi can gain us life. which is pretty good. Kato can draw us cards, so Kato can go. Please attack with the Raven Man. Nice. That's a big mistake. They're not attacking with the Raven Man, sure. Alright.
Big deal. I'll try again later.
Alright, what are you gonna do now? What are you going to do now?
A fight? And you think you can? Sacrifices must be made.
Submit 0, untap, and then untap.
And some
Okay.
time only close it one for
They don't even have the mana for an Invoke Despair, so that's pretty good. So far, it's been a game. GG's. Too much value. Man, the Saga played well that game, not gonna lie. I mean, the amount of being able to activate your Planeswalkers more than once per turn, or on that specific turn where it says it does, is just unforgiving, right? We were able to make 2 vampires, we were able to draw 2 cards off of Kato. It's just insane, and uptick Teferi and minus Teferi too, so that's pretty crazy. Alright, this is scary, right? It's very slow. Very, very slow. Alright, let's hope the top deck A2 drop, or something playable at least. Yikes. Bankbuster will do. Okay. At least we can crew the Bankbuster and attack. Red so far. This is going to have to be black, I believe. We're already at 17 life, all thanks to the damage here, damage here. Yep. Wait, what else did we take damage from? Just one from this and one from this, and now I'll play with fire. Nice. They're gonna crack the blood token. I mean, they're thinking about it. Okay. 3 mana, no creature. That's pretty fortunate. Rada. Okay. Okay, these portals are just... they're so good, but they're just, you know... really troubling here. If they have a lightning... what's it called? A lightning strike, that's... pretty harsh, right? But we have a Bankbuster which we can back it up with and stop them from attacking for at least 1 turn. Yep. Expected. Okay, just gonna crew with the Bankbuster. They do have another play here. It's a 4/4, and I will be willing to trade here. Okay, another Trespasser. seems pretty good. That puts a stop to their game plan here, or their aggressive game plan before we set up. Sure. Finally, they used their play with fire. Kept it to the top. Okay. Might be a land and a Thundering Raiju. Yeah, I would be willing to trade. Okay. I know you have something in hand, opponent. It's just the fact that I want you to use whatever you have in hand. GG's. It's just as easy as that. Alright. Yeah. Let's keep this. Pretty straightforward as per Planeswalkers so far. Alright, that's a draw. That is a draw. So, eventually we'd want to get the Graveyard Trespasser down, but if we're playing against Mono Black, yeah, okay. Alright. Actually, let's get the Kato down. Let's bring out that Infernal Grasp.
With the right tools,
Or the cut down.
everywhere.
Yep. Expected. It's pretty good for us, I suppose. Graveyard Trespasser. Sure. Thran Portal. Discard the portal because it's pretty annoying. We're gonna try to protect the Kato here. Liliana of the Veil. Okay.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come for answers. One of your friends has to leave.
Sure. So we're kind of relying heavy on this Elspeth here. But do we?
If a fight's coming, I'll be safe now.
Very unfortunate here. Very, very unfortunate.
Oh, there will be the next. Bet you can't catch us.
I don't get how they still have 6 cards in hand. That's absolutely insane. They have Invoke Despair next turn, so we're losing the Elspeth here no matter what.
Don't overthink things.
They discarded Meat Hook. They might have another one. Are you serious?
I'll have this fight finished before brunch.
Okay.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Well, these trains are rough.
I could sneak right by, but I'm itching to. It's like your defenses aren't even there.
Okay. We're gonna still try here, but Invoke Despair is a thing. Can't uptick their Liliana or else they lose card advantage. Oh, that's a big mistake. Oh, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? Now they can uptick the Liliana. What have I done, bro? That's fine. Oh, I guess they don't want to. Okay. Nice, that's a draw.
Something you don't know.
At least we saved the Kato. But they might have an Invoke Despair, in which case that's pretty bad for us. I have 4 cards in hand. 4. Okay. GG's. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Oh man, come on. What is it with these lands?
A fight? And you think you can win?
It's not even worth it because they'll just they'll just
We all
blitz
have
it.
things we'd rather forget.
Okay. Really? Nice. That's to our advantage, that's for sure. That's the difference. They have a card like Invoke Despair and we don't. So how do you beat that? I guess you just lose. Okay.
When I win, you're telling me what you know about drop it.
All right. Am I ever going to draw something good? Something that I can play? Like, ever? Okay.
I'll be back with friends.
Let's see what we can do. I mean, if it's another Invoke Despair, that's pretty much game.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things. God, one of your friends has to leave.
Okay. These Lilianas, I mean, what can you do? And then an Invoke Despair. They don't have the mana for it. KARN. Nope. Okay. Alright, we have to play this Planeswalker so we can dodge and invoke Despair here.
Out of my way. I have a way to stop.
Since we have creatures already, I guess we... If they have a meat hook, that can be pretty bad for us. So I guess we just look with the top card. Decline. Okay.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
Okay. I knew it was going to be a meat hook. And I needed these trespassers.
I'll have this fight finished before, but don't overthink things.
They are gonna blitz this, so if we get a land, we are pretty much dead, right? Yep. Can't afford to do that. We have to block it.
You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
Another bank buster. And blitz. Hmm. Man, you gotta be kidding me, bro. This has to be a joke.
You fight
Another
for me.
underdog in hand? Okay. Alright, reveal.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Okay. Let's gain some life.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
GG's. Nice. That was good.